Hi, I'm Gareth Pronovost, and in this video I am talking about the differences between accounting and finance, specifically for the entrepreneur and growing small business. Make sure you stay tuned until the end, where I'm going to release my tips on how to keep from making the wrong hire at the wrong time in these departments.
Welcome to Entrepreneurship by the Numbers, where we help unlock the potential of your business with data-driven metrics.
All right, let's start with accounting. What are accountants? Well, if I had to choose one word to describe accounting, it would be organization. Accountants are great at organizing your financial data. In fact, that's their job. Their whole purpose is taking the financial information of a company and putting it in the right buckets. We call these buckets accounts, and these accounts are kind of overseen by a layer of rules, and those rules are called GAAP, or Generally Accepted Accounting Principles. Now, all accountants must comply with GAAP and follow these rules, and the reason that that's so important is because when you need to take your business books and get some outside work done, for example, let's say you're applying for a loan, or you're applying for some equity ownership, like angel funding or VC funding, or maybe you're just filing your taxes. Any of these functions require that someone else takes a look at your books. Oh, and I almost left off mergers and acquisitions. So someone else is looking at your books at that point and trying to gain understanding of what's happening inside your business. If you're not following the same rules, what the heck? I mean, nobody can make sense of any of it. And so that's why accountants are so valued, because they understand and apply GAAP and make sure that your business makes sense to other people who might need to look at it. Now, on the other hand, we've got financial professionals. Now, finance, if I had to pick a word to encapsulate finance, it would be strategy. The financial person's job is to take the data that accounting has provided and to instead take that and analyze it, interpret it, and bring that analysis and interpretation to the C-level team, the executive team. And that way you're making financially sound strategic growth decisions in your business. So, what do the two trajectories of these different departments look like? Well, accounting starts out at a data entry level. So for a small business, when you're just starting out, you'll very likely want to outsource your accounting needs to an outsourced bookkeeper, or you can do them yourself, but you probably don't have the need for a full-time accounting person in your business yet. So at that point, you're looking at some accounts payable and accounts receivable, which is sending invoices and accepting payments and hounding people who need to pay you and those sorts of functions. And after you pass that, the next level is the accountant, the staff accountant, and then you have a senior staff accountant and some accounting managers, and then you become an assistant controller, or AC, and then a controller, and then in some cases you might even see a chief accounting officer. Don't hear about those all that often, but they're out there, and it depends on the industry and the specific needs of that industry and your business. So that's what that looks like, that trajectory. At the bottom, we have the data entry and the accounts payable, and you're probably looking around 20, maybe 25 bucks an hour for that role. This is generally a couple of years of college, maybe a 4-year degree. And of course, as you move up through the ranks of accounting, you have a couple of different educational trajectories you could take. You might get an MBA, you might get a CPA. So in either case, it's like an extra layer of knowledge, an extra layer of education that gives you a stronger foundation as a professional. So at the bottom again, at the entry level, I should say, you're looking at 20 bucks an hour probably, and at the high end, you can be well into the 6 figures. So plan out who you need and why you need them against your budget to make sure that you're bringing the right person in. All right, so on the finance side of things, what does this career trajectory look like? Well, we're going to start off generally at some sort of an analyst level role. The financial analyst average salary here in Denver is, I think, 75 to 80,000. and that's with just a couple of years experience. So you can see there's a difference in the entry level between accounting and finance. Generally, you're going to require a 4-year degree here in finance, and you are going to maybe even have a master's degree or some other designation, CFA, for example. So from there, you're looking at a senior role, senior analyst, generally then into a manager role, into a VP of finance, into director of finance, and then you're going to cap at CFO. So CFOs, I'm sure everyone's heard of, Chief Financial Officer. They almost always come with a very heavy 6-figure salary, not to mention bonus structure. So again, make sure that you're hiring the right role at the right time for your business. What are your needs? Are you outsourcing or are you hiring full-time? Do you have enough data and financial analysis to be done to require a full-time position or not? So those are the basics between these two departments, and also what the trajectory looks like in the typical career of these two types of professionals. Yes, there's a lot of overlap. Yes, there are many finance people who are good at the accounting, and there are many accounting people who are good at the strategy. But generally speaking, these are the way that these two departments are grown and are created. So bear that in mind when you're building your company. Okay, last tip is this. When you are going to hire for either of these roles, always ask yourself this question. Do we need more organization or do we need more strategy? If the answer is organization, you are almost sure to be looking for an accounting professional. If the answer is we are looking for more strategy, the answer is almost always we are looking for a finance professional. Yes, there's a lot of overlap between these two roles. However, you want the core personality in the person you hire to be in line with either organization or strategy. So keep that in mind as you grow. If you have any questions, please do shoot them here below, and be sure to click subscribe if you don't want to miss out on future videos. And in the meantime, best of luck as you continue to grow your empire. Thanks.